Joker review. Man, this movie was crazy. A lot of things I want to share with you guys. It's been in the works, but I don't feel like I'm doing it right. Let me really get in the mind of the Joker so I can give you guys the proper review. It says spoilers. You have been warned. Stay tuned. Ah, shit! Become the Joker. Become the Joker. Alright. You ever dance with the devil in a pale moonlight? That is right. Do you want to know how I got these scars? I don't seem right either. Got it. Okay. Got it. Here we go. All I have is negative thoughts. That's it. I think we're ready. That still doesn't seem right. I know what I must do. Review. How do you guys think? Is it pretty enough for you? So I did this makeup to be hyped up so I could show you guys I loved the movie. The movie was crazy. It had a lot of stuff about it that made it phenomenal. Joaquin Phoenix is a great actor, period. And this movie, in my own opinion, topped him at best actor. I know there's a lot of different opinions on this, but this is my fucking opinion. Whew. Movie was phenomenal. It's very story driven, not much action, but I was perfectly fine with that. I can't find anything really wrong with the film that I didn't like. It didn't go with the comics, but that was the purpose of this movie. Comics have Elseworld stories. This movie takes place in Gotham City. It takes place there's a Thomas Wayne, a Bruce Wayne, there's a Joker now. And this is the show of how he becomes. The best part of this movie is that you feel for Arthur Fleck, who is the Joker. A lot of twists and turns in this movie. But overall, one thing that everybody can agree with is that he's relatable. There's a Joker everywhere. There's Arthur Fleck everywhere. A lot of people deal with mental illness. I loved how they incorporated the mental illness with his laugh. And you come to find out that is caused from abuse as a child, which I also thought was great. His mom going cuckoo, I kind of saw it coming, kind of didn't. You could tell she was kind of like off her rocker, but the way they incorporated it was crazy. And the whole time you think maybe he is Thomas Wayne's son, but now you're stuck. Well, me personally, I was stuck because you're like, is he or is he not? Because even though there's papers saying that he was adopted, that doesn't necessarily mean that Thomas Wayne, he's a rich man. The man can make things happen, but they made him like a dick, which I really liked a lot, because Thomas Wayne in most parts is always the good guy. People love him. And this time you show him as a dick. I loved it so much. Thought that was a great take on it. The emotions in this movie, Joaquin Phoenix showed him without even saying anything. His face expression says it all. The man sold the role and then some. he took the Joker and made him into something that can be anybody. And you always hear the Joker say, all it takes is one bad day, and boom, you're Joker. And that was the idea. All it took was one bad day, but it was a build-up. And it was like a whole bunch of stuff. He was a good guy. He didn't mean to do any harm. And even when he shot the 3 guys in the train, they was fucking with him, right? Talk shit, get hit with bullets. That's what happens. And then he goes on the show. He talks to Robert De Niro, who's Murray, and he's his idol. He looks up to him. And for him to be a dick, he deserved to get shot. You know what I mean? Like, he really did bring him on the show just to make fun of him. And I think that was another aspect of Joker. I was like, oh my God, because that happens sometimes. There's a lot of people who they run into somebody they admire from watching like movies, TVs, or whatever, and they come to find out they're not what they thought they would be. And he had fantasized about this man, about meeting him and being like a son to him, and it wasn't like that at all. It wasn't like that at all, you know. And the movie was phenomenal, very story driven. The acting was phenomenal from every part. Zazie Beetz, love that woman. And I was about to be so mad because I'm like, how the fuck did Arthur Fleck become with this chick? And you can tell it was kind of weird because it's so sporadic. But when you see it, it makes sense. I love how they left a lot of things in the air. You're not really sure if he killed the chick and her kid. You're not sure about it. Also, you're not sure if it really happened. At the end of the movie, they leave it in the air as if he was either remembering it or he was thinking about it because he fantasized it so much, right? So I love that part. I was like American Psycho. That you can never know if it happened, didn't happen. It's going to be a conversation for the ages, and I love that aspect. A lot of people are saying, I saw, what's his name, Chris Struckman, I think his name is. I don't know. The YouTuber's way bigger than me. His review, he said that it was very taken from a lot of aspects in different films. And I see that. But I don't think that should dictate whether this film is good or not. Todd Phillips did a fucking fantastic job. This is one movie that wasn't like his normal comic book aspects, and you don't even care. You forget all about it. You forget he's a fucking comic book character, period, because of how good he did the role and how good Todd Phillips showed the story. The camera angles they use was phenomenal. I love the use of the dark tones. Not a big budget, so they were like, you know what? Let's add less and give them more. And that's exactly what they did. And a lot of scenes you want to laugh, but you don't laugh. He was just put in a lot of fucked up scenarios, and you really feel bad for him. And I've seen people say, oh, he was a murderer, whatever. Look, man, the society treats you like that. Sometimes you got to treat them back the same way they give you. And that's why I like this fucking movie. It was great. There wasn't much about it I didn't like, and I recommend it to everybody. This was phenomenal. It was perfect for me. I can't think of anything bad about it. My boy Chris, shout out to Chris if you're watching this, said that he would like to see the last 30 minutes where Joker becomes Joker in the film. And I get it, because you enjoyed the hell out of it. You want to see more of it. But in that case, I don't still think it's a mess up. It's more like we want to see more of it. And I think that was the best part about it. When he becomes a Joker, just the scene like in the train and when he goes down from the stairs, and just everything is great. You know, he's in the show, he's dancing and shit. I thought it was great. I thought Joaquin Phoenix put himself in a position where how would somebody with mental illness deal with the stuff that's happening to him? And that's what we was given. Overall, phenomenal movie. I want to see it again and again and again. I loved it. I love every bit of it. It was perfect. It was everything that I didn't ask for, but loved. Like, I didn't really care for this movie, and this movie made me coming out like, oh, I fucking love this film. And there's a lot of parts that I'm a big ass baby, and I almost cried because he looked fantastic. Because his face, fuck everything else, his face, he just seriousness or smiling or weirdness, awkwardness. It was great. I don't know what to say about it. That was my review. Tell me what you guys think of it. Tell me what you think of my amazing makeup. Leave a comment below in the section. You already know. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. That guy Ralph will make a lot of cool content. And share with your friends who share it. Rub your nipples. Stay safe. Joker was crazy, man. But I have a lot of reviews, a lot of videos on the channel. Why don't you go check it out? Even though I don't post that much, I think you guys need to see it. Go watch it. Thank you again.